Pig is a little pug with a big personality and an even bigger pile of toys. But does he like to share with his friends? Let's find out. Pig the Pug by Aaron Blaby. Pig was a pug, and I'm sorry to say he was greedy and selfish in most every way. He lived in a house with a wiener dog, Trevor, but when was he nice to him? I'll tell you, never. You've got some great toys there, poor Trevor would say. But Pig would just grumble. They're mine, go away. But it might be more fun, Trevor said to Pig, if we both play together. Well, Pig flipped his wig. No, they are mine. Didn't you hear? Only mine. You keep your paws off them. They are mine, mine, mine. I know what your game is. You want me to share, but I'll never do that. I won't, and I swear. And with that, he proceeded to gather his stuff and make a big pile with a huff and a puff. And once he had gathered them up in a pile, he howled from the top with a satisfied smile. Woo, woo! There, shouted Pig. Now you won't get my loot. It's mine, 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 mine. So why don't you scoot? But just at that moment, poor Trevor did see the pile was wobbling. Oh dear me. Watch out up there, good Trevor did cry. But the shame of it was, well, pugs cannot fly. These days it's different, I'm happy to say. It's so very different in most every way. Yes, Pig shares his toys now, and Trevor's his friend, and they both play together while Pig's on the mend. What does Pig do when Trevor wants to play with his toys? He shares nicely. He refuses to share. He gives Trevor one toy. The answer is he refuses to share. Sharing helps everyone have more fun and makes playtime better for both dogs and people. Two voices can't agree. Is the animal in the picture a duck or is it a rabbit? What do you think? Duck, Rabbit by Amy Krauss Rosenthal and Tom Lichtenheld. Hey, look, a duck. That's not a duck, that's a rabbit. Are you kidding me? It's totally a duck. It's for sure a rabbit. See, there's his bill. What are you talking about? Those are ears, silly. It's a duck and he's about to eat a piece of bread. It's a rabbit and he's about to eat a carrot. Wait, listen, did you hear that? I heard duck sounds. Quack. That's funny. I distinctly heard rabbit sounds. Sniff, sniff. Now the duck is wading through the swamp. No, the rabbit is hiding in the grass. There, see? It's flying. Flying? It's hopping. No, the rabbit is so hot, he's cooling off his ears. Look, the duck is so hot, he's getting a drink. Here, look at the duck through my binoculars. Sorry, still a rabbit. Here, ducky ducky. Here, you cute little rabbit. Oh great, you scared him away. I didn't scare him away, you scared him away. You know, maybe you were right. Maybe it was a rabbit. Thing is, now I'm actually thinking it was a duck. Well, anyway, now what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Hey, look! An anteater! That's no anteater. That's a brachiosaurus. The end. Which animal is it really? A duck? A rabbit? It could be either. The answer is it could be either. Sometimes what we see depends on our perspective, and that makes looking at things a lot more fun. 4 animal friends are looking for a dry place to play on a rainy day, but the cave they find is already home to someone very cranky. The Very Cranky Bear by Nick Bland. In the jingle-jangle jungle on a cold and rainy day, 4 little friends found a perfect place to play. Moose had marvellous antlers and Lion a golden mane. Zebra had fantastic stripes and Sheep, well, Sheep was plain. None of them had noticed that someone else was there. Sleeping in that cave was a very cranky bear. Roar, went the cranky bear. Roar, roar, roar. He gnashed his teeth and stomped his feet and chased them out the door. So in the jingle-jangle jungle on a cold and rainy day, 4 little friends had nowhere warm to play. Wait a minute, said Zebra, as she scratched her furry chin. Maybe if we cheered him up, he'd let us come back in. If I did not have stripes, she said, I'd be cranky too. We should give that bear some stripes. That's what we should do. Stripes are silly, Moose complained, especially on a bear. My antlers always cheer me up. Let's give that bear a pair. No, 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 said Lion. Antlers are a bore. A golden mane like mine, he said, would cheer him up for sure. So Zebra fetched a tin of mud and Lion some grass of gold. Moose got 2 big branches and Sheep, well, Sheep got cold. Sheep was getting worried. They've been eaten up for sure. And then from in the cave there came a very cranky roar. Zebra, Lion and Moose ran out and Bear was right behind them. They hid behind the bushes where they hoped he wouldn't find them. Why is he still cranky? He's got antlers, stripes and mane. Before we gave him those, Lion said, he looked so very plain. As Bear stormed back inside the cave, he turned and roared at Sheep. All I really want, he said, is a quiet place to sleep. So Sheep fetched a pair of clippers and she clipped off half her wool. She stuffed it in a cotton bag until the bag was full. She tiptoed back inside the cave. Excuse me, Bear, she said. Would you like a pillow for underneath your head? Well, thank you very much, said Bear, and soon he fell asleep. Maybe he was dreaming of a plain but thoughtful sheep. What finally helped the bear stop being cranky? A pair of antlers, a wool pillow, or painted stripes? The answer is a wool pillow. Sometimes a small act of kindness is all it takes to turn someone's day around. The bear has lost his hat and he's not giving up until he finds it. Watch how he searches, asks questions, and finally remembers an important clue. I Want My Hat Back by John Classen. My hat is gone. I want it back. Have you seen my hat? No. I haven't seen your hat. Okay, thank you anyway. Have you seen my hat? No, I have not seen any hats around here. Okay, thank you anyway. Have you seen my hat? No, why are you asking me? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any hats anywhere. I would not steal a hat. Don't ask me any more questions. Okay, thank you anyway. Have you seen my hat? I haven't seen anything all day. I have been trying to climb this rock. Would you like me to lift you on top of it? Yes, please. Have you seen my hat? I saw a hat once. It was blue and round. My hat doesn't look like that. Thank you anyway. Have you seen my hat? What is a hat? Thank you anyway. Nobody has seen my hat. What if I never see it again? What if nobody ever finds it? My poor hat. I miss it so much. What's the matter? I have lost my hat and nobody has seen it. What does your hat look like? It is red and pointy and... I have seen my hat. You stole my hat. I love my hat. Excuse me, have you seen a rabbit wearing a hat? No, why are you asking me? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen any rabbits anywhere. I would not eat a rabbit. Don't ask me any more questions. Okay, thank you anyway. Who had the bear's hat? The frog, the rabbit, or the turtle? The answer is the rabbit. Sometimes when we keep asking questions and don't give up, we can find what we're looking for, just like the bear. In this story, lots of different sheep are doing all sorts of fun activities. But where is that green sheep hiding? Let's explore and see if we can find it. Where is the green sheep? By Mem Fox and Judy Horacek. Here is the blue sheep. And here is the red sheep. Here is the bath sheep. And here is the bed sheep. But where is the green sheep? Here is the thin sheep. And here is the wide sheep. Here is the swing sheep. And here is the slide sheep. But where is the green sheep? Here is the up sheep. And here is the down sheep. Here is the band sheep. And here is the clown sheep. But where is the green sheep? Here is the sun sheep. And here is the rain sheep. Here is the car shape. And here is the train shape. But where is the green shape? Here is the wind shape. And here is the wave shape. Here is the scared sheep. And here is the brave sheep. But where is the green sheep? Here is the near sheep. And here is the far sheep. Here is the moon sheep. And here is the star sheep. But where is the green sheep? Where is that green sheep? Turn the page quietly. Let's take a peep. Here's our green sheep. Fast asleep. Where was the green sheep? On a swing, asleep under a bush, or jumping in the air? The answer is asleep under a bush. Sheep can be calm or playful, busy or quiet, just like us. A bossy cat explains the rules for where animals must sit, but the frog isn't too happy with his assigned spot. Frog on a Log by Kes Gray and Jim Field. Hey frog, sit on a log, said the cat. But I don't want to sit on a log, said the frog. Logs are all hard and uncomfortable, and they can give you splinters. Ouch! I don't care, said the cat. You're a frog, so you must sit on a log. Can I sit on a mat? Asked the frog. Only cats sit on mats, said the cat. What about a chair? Said the frog. I wouldn't mind sitting on a chair. Hares sit on chairs, said the cat. Perhaps I could sit on a stool, said the frog. Mules sit on stools, said the cat. What about a sofa? Said the frog. I could stretch right out on a sofa. Gophers sit on sofas, said the cat. It's very simple, really. Cats sit on mats, hares sit on chairs, mules sit on stools, gophers sit on sofas, and frogs sit on logs. What do lions sit on? Asked the frog. Lions sit on irons, said the cat. Ouch, said the frog. What do parrots sit on? Parrots sit on carrots, said the cat. Lions sit on irons and parrots sit on carrots. That doesn't sound very comfortable, said the frog. It's not about being comfortable, said the cat. It's about doing the right thing. What do foxes sit on? Asked the frog. Foxes sit on boxes, said the cat. Foxes sit on boxes and fleas sit on peas. What do goats sit on? Asked the frog. Goats sit on coats, said the cat. Goats sit on coats, cows sit on ploughs, and storks sit on forks. What do gorillas sit on? Asked the frog. Gorillas sit on pillars, said the cat. Gorillas sit on pillars, rats sit on hats, weasels sit on easels, and moles sit on poles. What do seals sit on? Asked the frog. Don't you know anything? Said the cat. Seals sit on wheels, doves sit on gloves, newts sit on flutes, lizards sit on wizards, and apes sit on grapes. What about puffins? Asked the frog. Puffins sit on muffins, said the cat. Puffins sit on muffins, snakes sit on cakes, owls sit on towels, gibbons sit on ribbons, lambs sit on jams, and bees sit on keys. Well, I never knew that, said the frog. Well, you do now, said the cat. What do dogs sit on? Asked the frog. I was hoping you weren't going to ask that, said the cat. Help! Where must the frog sit? On a log? On a rock? Or on a lily pad? The answer is on a log. Rhyming rules can be silly and fun, and they help us remember new words. 5 friends climb into a little boat to go for a row on the bay. But who do you think sank the boat? Who Sank the Boat? By Pamela Allen. Beside the sea on Mr. Pepper's place, there lived a cow, a donkey, a sheep, a pig, and a tiny little mouse. They were good friends, and one warm, sunny morning, for no particular reason, they decided to go for a row in the bay. Do you know who sank the boat? Was it the cow who almost fell in when she tilted the boat and made such a din? No, it wasn't the cow who almost fell in. Do you know who sank the boat? Was it the donkey who balanced her weight? Who yelled, "I'll get in at the bow before it's too late"? No, it wasn't the donkey who balanced her weight. Do you know who sank the boat? Was it the pig as fat as butter who stepped in at the side and caused a great flutter? No, it wasn't the pig as fat as butter. Do you know who sank the boat? Was it the sheep who knew where to sit to level the boat so that she could knit? No, it wasn't the sheep who knew where to sit. Do you know who sank the boat? Was it the little mouse, the last to get in, who was lightest of all? Could it be him? You do know who sank the boat. Who sank the boat? The cow, the sheep, or the tiny mouse? The answer is the tiny mouse. Each animal made the boat heavier, but it was the tiny mouse who finally sank it by being the last one to climb in. The turkey tries to get dressed like all the other animals, but he keeps putting his clothes on all wrong. Let's see if you can guess where he first wears his hat. Blue hat, green hat. The Oops Book by Sandra Boynton. Blue hat, green hat. Red hat. Oops. Red shirt, blue shirt. Yellow shirt. Oops. Yellow pants. Red pants. Green pants. Oops. Blue coat. Oops. Red socks. Oops. Green shoes. Yellow shoes. Blue shoes. Oops. Yellow hat. Green shirt. Blue pants. Purple socks. Red shoes. Oops. Where does the turkey first wear his hat? On his head? On his feet? or on his tail? The answer is on his feet. Sometimes getting dressed can be tricky, but practice helps us learn, and mistakes just make it more fun. Rosie the hen goes for a walk around the farm, but she's not alone. Watch closely. Can you spot who's following her? Rosie's Walk by Pat Hutchins. Rosie the hen went for a walk. Across the yard, around the pond, over the haystack, past the mill, through the fence, under the beehives, and got back in time for dinner. Who was following Rosie on her walk? A dog, a fox, or a cat? The answer is a fox. Foxes are clever animals and often move quietly so they don't get noticed. But in this story, the fox's clever plan didn't work out. Birds come in all shapes and colours. As we read, watch how they move, flapping, hopping, gliding and soaring. Hooray for Birds by Lucy Cousins. Can you imagine, just for one day, you're a busy bird? Yes, a bird. Hooray! The sun is up, the sky is blue. Wake up and shout, cock-a-doodle-doo! Flap your wings and you can fly higher and higher up, up in the sky. Hop, hop, hop. Peck, peck, peck. Now swim along and stretch up your neck. Say, hello, darling. Then swoop like a starling. Swoop up and down. Swoop round and round. Scratch the ground with your feet. Catch a fly with your beak. Stand very tall on just one leg. Say cluck cluck and lay an egg. Catch a wriggly snake and stretch out your wings. Open your beak and sing. Cha-la-la, tweet tweet tweet, hum hum hum, cheep cheep cheep. Waddle like a penguin in the snow. Run like an ostrich. Go, go, go. Show off your tail and puff out your chest. Then cuddle up close with Mama in your nest. What a busy bird you've been. The funniest one I've ever seen. You began the day cock-a-doodle-doo. Now say goodnight. To-wit, to-woo, Woo woo! Which of these can most birds do? Swim like a dolphin? Fly with wings? Or jump like a kangaroo? The answer is fly with wings. Most birds use wings to fly through the sky, but some, like penguins and ostriches, stay on the ground or swim. Get ready to move like animals. This story shows how animals use their bodies in all kinds of ways. Can you do it too? From Head to Toe by Eric Carle. I am a penguin and I turn my head. Can you do it? I can do it. I am a giraffe and I bend my neck. Can you do it? I can do it. I am a buffalo and I raise my shoulders. Can you do it? I can do it. I am a monkey and I wave my arms. Can you do it? I can do it. I am a seal and I clap my hands. Can you do it? I can do it. I am a gorilla and I thump my chest. Can you do it? I can do it. I am a cat and I arch my back. Can you do it? I can do it. I am a crocodile and I wriggle my hips. Can you do it? I can do it. I am a camel and I bend my knees. Can you do it? I can do it. I am a donkey and I kick my legs. Can you do it? I can do it. I am an elephant and I stomp my foot. Can you do it? I can do it. I am I and I wiggle my toe. Can you do it? I can do it. I can do it. Which animal moves by stomping its feet? The elephant, the giraffe, or the monkey? The answer is the elephant. Elephants use their big feet to stomp, just like you can stomp to join in the fun. The little gorilla goes on a nighttime walk around the zoo, quietly exploring as everyone falls asleep. Watch closely for all the surprises. Good Night, Gorilla by Peggy Rathman. Good night, Gorilla. Good night, Elephant. Good night, Lion. Good night, Hyena. Good night, Giraffe. Good night, Armadillo. Good night, dear. Good night. 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 Huh? Oh! Good night, Zoo. Good night, dear. Good night. Good night, gorilla. Who did the gorilla follow on his nighttime walk? The zookeeper? A butterfly? Or a lion? The answer is the zookeeper. Have you ever tiptoed behind someone without them noticing? Let's dive under the sea to meet all kinds of fish. Big, small, spotty and stripy. See how many different types you can spot. Hooray for Fish by Lucy Cousins. Hello, I am Little Fish, swimming in the sea. I have lots of fishy friends. Come along with me. Hello, 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 fish. Red, blue and yellow fish. Hello, spotty fish. Stripy fish. Happy fish. Grumpy fish. 1, 2, 3. How many can you see? Hello, Ellie fish. Shelly fish. Hello, hairy fish. Scary fish. Eye fish. Shy fish. Fly fish. Sky fish. Hello, fat and thin fish. Hello, twin fin fish. Curly whirly, twisty twirly. Upside down, round and round. So many friends, so many fish. Splosh, splash, splish. But where's the one I love the best, even more than all the rest? Hello, Mum. Hello, little fish. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Hooray for fish. Where do most fish live? In the ocean? In the sky? Or in the desert? The answer is in the ocean. Some fish live in rivers or lakes too, and they use fins and tails to swim and explore underwater. Imagine finding a huge hippopotamus on your roof doing all sorts of funny things. Let's see what this big animal gets up to. There's a hippopotamus on our roof eating cake by Hazel Edwards, illustrated by Deborah Nyland. Our roof leaks. Drip, drip, drip. My daddy says there's a hole in our roof. I know why there's a hole. There's a hippopotamus on our roof eating cake. He can do what he likes. Drip, drip, drip. My hippopotamus doesn't like baths. He's having a shower. I know because I heard him. There's a hippopotamus on our roof having a shower. Mummy is on a diet. She eats lettuce, tomato and cheese. My big brother eats peanut butter sandwiches. I eat honey sandwiches. The hippopotamus on our roof eats cake all the time. Mummy asked about the cake. Is it birthday cake? No. Is it chocolate cake? No. Is it special cake? Yes. There's a hippopotamus on our roof eating special cake. Yesterday I fell over and cut my knee. It hurt. There was a lot of blood. At the hospital, the doctor put 3 stitches in my knee. I cried. Last night, the hippopotamus told me something. He's got a sore knee too. There's a hippopotamus on our roof with a bandage on his knee. There's a hippopotamus on our roof watching television. He is very big. He can do what he likes. Mummy won't let me watch television. After dinner and a story, I have to go to bed. My hippopotamus watches. I know he does. There's a hippopotamus on our roof watching television. Today I was naughty. I drew on Daddy's best book. Daddy growled at me. Down here, no one is my friend. My hippopotamus lives on the roof. He's my friend. I know. He isn't cross. No one growls at him. He's too big. He can draw anything. There's a hippopotamus on our roof drawing with crayons. He wasn't there last night. I know why. He told me. He went to work. My hippopotamus works part-time at the zoo. Zoo visitors look at animals. At the zoo, he watches people. When he's not working, my hippopotamus eats cake on our roof. There's a hippopotamus on our roof riding a bike. I've got a bike. Mummy won't let me ride on the road. There are cars on the road. There are no cars on the roof. He can ride anywhere. I know he can. There's a hippopotamus on our roof riding a bike. The men fixed the roof today. Bang, bang, bang. No more drips. They didn't see my hippopotamus. He climbed down the ladder while the men had lunch. He'll be back tonight. Then I can say, there's a hippopotamus on our roof eating cake. What does the hippopotamus like to eat on the roof? Carrots? Sandwiches? Or cake? The answer is cake. Hippos usually live in water, but this one loves treats and fun on the roof. It's time for a barnyard dance. All the animals are making noises and moving together. Can you guess which animal says cock-a-doodle-doo? Barnyard Dance by Sandra Boynton. Stomp your feet, clap your hands. Everybody ready for a barnyard dance. Bow to the horse, bow to the cow. Twirl with the pig if you know how. Bounce with the bunny, strut with the duck. Spin with the chickens now, cluck, cluck, cluck. With a bar and a moo and a cock-a-doodle-doo, everybody promenade 2 by 2. Prance with the horses, skitter with the mice. Swing with your partner once or twice. Stand with the donkey, slide with the sheep. Scramble with the little chicks, cheep, cheep, cheep. With a neigh and a moo and a cock-a-doodle-doo, another little promenade 2 by 2. Trot with the turkey, leap with the frog. Take another spin with the barnyard dog. Turn with the cow in a patch of clover. All take a bow and the dance is over. With an oink and a moo and a quack, 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 the dance is done but we'll be back. Which animal says cock-a-doodle-doo? The cow, the rooster, or the sheep? The answer is the rooster. Roosters use their cock-a-doodle-doo to wake up the farm, and in this dance, every animal has its own special sound and move. Edward's got big ideas about who he wants to be. Let's follow him through the zoo and see what he discovers. Edward the Emu, written by Sheena Knowles, illustrated by Rod Clement. Edward the Emu was sick of the zoo. There was nowhere to go, there was nothing to do, and compared to the seals that lived right next door, well, being an emu was frankly a bore. So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from his pen and he laughed as he said, "The seals are best, anybody can tell, so tomorrow I'll just be a seal as well." The next morning at 9 when they opened the zoo, the seals were swimming and Edward was too. He dived in the water and basked in the sun, and he balanced a ball on his beak just for fun. Well, Edward was really enjoying the day till he overheard someone behind the fence say, "The seals are always amusing, it's true, but the lion's the best thing to see at the zoo." So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from the pool and he smiled as he said, "The lion's the best, anybody can tell, so tomorrow I'll just be a lion as well." The next morning at 9 when they opened the zoo, the lions were roaring and Edward was too. He snarled at the ladies and growled at the men. Life was certainly grand for a lion in his den. Well, Edward was having a wonderful day till a man in the crowd had the gumption to say, "The lion's a beast I shall always detest. The snakes are the things that I like to see best." So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward crept from the cage and he grinned as he said, "If the snakes are the best things and that's what they say, then tomorrow I'll just be a snake for the day." The next morning at 9 when they opened the zoo, the snakes were all hissing and Edward was too. He slipped round the rocks, it was magic to see, then he curled himself casually up round a tree. Well, Edward was just warming up for the day when he overheard one of the visitors say, "The snakes are impressive, I know that it's true, but the emu's by far the best thing at the zoo." "The emu?" gasped Edward. "My goodness, that's me. I'm the thing that gentleman most likes to see. Not the seals, the lions, the snakes and the rest. It's Edward the emu he likes to see best." So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward slipped from the cage and he laughed as he said, "If the emu's the best, then that's easy then. Tomorrow I'm Edward the emu again." Edward ran to the place where he used to reside, but oh, what a shock when he clambered inside. He found himself suddenly come face to face with the emu they'd brought in to take Edward's place. The emus considered each other a while. Then the new emu said with a shy little smile, "Hello, I'm Edwina. It's nice meeting you. You're the best thing I've seen since I came to the zoo." What does Edward realise is the best thing to be? A seal? A lion? Or himself? The answer is himself. Edward finds out that being himself is just right, and he's happiest where he belongs. Let's learn about the different sounds that animals make. Can you guess each one before it's revealed? Polar Bear, What Do You Hear? By Bill Martin Jr. and Eric Carle. Polar Bear, what do you hear? I hear a lion roaring in my ear. Lion, what do you hear? I hear a hippopotamus snorting in my ear. Hippopotamus, what do you hear? I hear a flamingo fluting in my ear. Flamingo, what do you hear? I hear a zebra braying in my ear. Zebra, what do you hear? I hear a boa constrictor hissing in my ear. Boa constrictor, what do you hear? I hear an elephant trumpeting in my ear. Elephant, what do you hear? I hear a leopard snarling in my ear. Leopard, what do you hear? I hear a peacock yelping in my ear. Peacock, what do you hear? I hear a walrus bellowing in my ear. Walrus, what do you hear? I hear a zookeeper whistling in my ear. Zookeeper, what do you hear? I hear children growling like a polar bear, roaring like a lion, snorting like a hippopotamus, fluting like a flamingo, braying like a zebra, hissing like a boa constrictor, trumpeting like an elephant, snarling like a leopard, yelping like a peacock, bellowing like a walrus. That's what I hear. Which animal in the story makes a roaring sound? The elephant, the lion, or the zebra? The answer is the lion. Each animal in the story makes its own unique sound, helping us learn how animals talk to each other. This curious cat loves to hide in boxes, while other cats try out all sorts of fun and surprising things. Watch and see what these clever cats are up to. My Cat Likes to Hide in Boxes by Eve Sutton, illustrated by Linley Dodd. My cat likes to hide in boxes. The cat from France liked to sing and dance. But my cat likes to hide in boxes. The cat from Spain flew an aeroplane. The cat from France liked to sing and dance. But my cat likes to hide in boxes. The cat from Norway got stuck in the doorway. The cat from Spain flew an aeroplane. The cat from France liked to sing and dance. But my cat likes to hide in boxes. The cat from Greece joined the police. The cat from Norway got stuck in the doorway. The cat from Spain flew an aeroplane. The cat from France liked to sing and dance. But my cat likes to hide in boxes. The cat from Brazil caught a very bad chill. The cat from Greece joined the police. The cat from Norway got stuck in the doorway. The cat from Spain flew an aeroplane. The cat from France liked to sing and dance. But my cat likes to hide in boxes. The cat from Berlin played the violin. The cat from Brazil caught a very bad chill. The cat from Greece joined the police. The cat from Norway got stuck in the doorway. The cat from Spain flew an aeroplane. The cat from France liked to sing and dance. But my cat likes to hide in boxes. The cat from Japan waved a big blue fan. The cat from Berlin played the violin. The cat from Brazil caught a very bad chill. The cat from Greece joined the police. The cat from Norway got stuck in the doorway. The cat from Spain flew an aeroplane. The cat from France liked to sing and dance. Look at all these clever cats. Cats from Spain, Brazil and France. Cats from Greece, Japan and Norway. Cats who sing and fly and dance. But my cat likes to hide in boxes. Which cat likes to fly an aeroplane? The cat from Spain? The cat from Greece? Or the cat from France? The answer is the cat from Spain. Cats are playful explorers who love discovering new places, but sometimes the best spot is a cosy box. This story shows how one small thing can lead to lots of fun surprises. Let's see what happens when a mouse gets a cookie. If you give a mouse a cookie. Written by Laura Numeroff, illustrated by Felicia Bond. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin. Then he'll want to look in a mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk moustache. When he looks into the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim, so he'll probably ask for a pair of nail scissors. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you'll read to him from one of your books. And he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited he'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for paper and crayons. He'll draw a picture. When the picture is finished, he'll want to sign his name with a pen. Then he'll want to hang his picture on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back to look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that he's thirsty. So he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie to go with it. What does the mouse want after he gets a cookie? A glass of milk? A cup of tea? Or a slice of cake? The answer is a glass of milk. When one thing leads to another, it's called cause and effect. It helps us understand what might happen next. Some adventures are a little too big for us, like driving a bus, but it sure is fun to imagine. Don't let the pigeon drive the bus. Words and pictures by Mo Willems. Hi, I'm the bus driver. Listen, I've got to leave for a little while. So, can you watch things for me until I get back? Thanks. Oh, and remember, don't let the pigeon drive the bus. I thought he'd never leave. Hey, can I drive the bus? Please. I'll be careful. I'll tell you what, I'll just steer. My cousin Herb drives a bus almost every day. True story. Vroom, vroom, vrummy, vroom, vroom, pigeon at the wheel. No? I never get to do anything. Hey, I've got an idea. Let's play Drive the Bus. I'll go first. Come on, just once around the block. I'll be your best friend. How about I give you $5? What's the big deal? It's just a bus. No fare. I bet your mum would let me. I have dreams, you know. Fine. Let me drive the bus. I'm back. You didn't let the pigeon drive the bus, did you? Great, thanks a lot. Uh-oh. Bye. Hey! Pigeons are smart city birds that love exploring. Do you think pigeons should be allowed to drive buses? Yes? No way! Only with a driver's license. The answer is no way. Pigeons are clever, but they don't have hands or a license.